Everybody. I completely forgot to do a video earlier. I'm getting really bad at VEDA. I suck at VEDA. Yeah, I'm getting really bad at VEDA. Anywho, it is what it is. And that's what it is. But I'm jumping on here for a quickie quick, just so I can get a video up today. Hey, 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 everybody, hey. My lighting situation is such that it ain't good. Hold on. Let's see if we can make it better. Can we make it better? No, that's not better. Maybe that's a little bit better, maybe. Perhaps. My son's just getting back to me. Hey! I was trying to make my lighting situation better, but I don't know if I am. I really don't. I'm not sure this is working. It's like being in a weird horror movie. If I had one of my little cup hooks right here, this would be perfect. Hey, everybody. This would be perfect if I could put a cup hook here. Let's see. Maybe if I take this cup hook off. Hold on, give me a second, guys. I'm gonna put this cup hook right here for the light. Give me just a second to do some quick. Well, I don't know how quick it'll be. Okay, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna be quick. My hand is not cooperating. Anywho, I cannot hold this light here, so that's not gonna work. Maybe I'll just stick it right here. It's still not very helpful. Nah, not really. We're just gonna have weird lighting today. That's all. It's very dark. See, if I hang it like this, it's perfect. That's perfect, right? I can't sit here holding this though. I need a cup hook there. There's a cup hook over here. Don't know how good that is. Yeah, let me put the camera on that side. Let me do that. I can only go so far with this camera just because I got it plugged in. There we go. Maybe that works. 6 of one, half a dozen of another, maybe, perhaps. Could be not, who's to say? All right, that's a little bit better. Okay, I'll sit this way. There we go. Sweet. All right, sorry guys, I missed some questions. Did I miss questions? No, just everybody saying hi. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, family. Hey, family. Forgive the hair. I was laying down and then I was like, oh, shoot. I didn't do a VEDA today. It was like, oh, shoot. I got to put on a shirt so I can do a VEDA real quick. Anyway. So this is what you're getting. You're getting the, oh, shoot, VEDA. This is what you're getting today. Hopefully the sound is good. I have the extension on the mic. It seems to work best with an extension. So it is what it is. Y'all know I don't care how I look. I have been on here looking way rougher than this. So, yeah. Anywho, I'm letting some of this grow out so I can get it fixed. I want to get my mohawk back, even if I got to end up cutting it myself. Anywho. Hey, Judith. Let's see if YouTube is going to let me click on people's names. Still no. What the frick is that about? I can do nothing. I can do nothing. Nothing. I have no power. I had no power to do nothing. So it's all up to the moderators. I'm in your hands. But I have good moderators, so I'm okay with that. So, oh shoot, what is this on the floor that I have dropped? I don't know what that was. Anyway, I'm out of water. I went to the grocery store today And I don't know if I told you guys, but Miss V is back visiting for the next few days. And we are camped at Brother Tom's. She's in her rig, I'm in mine. Brother Tom's in his rig, just chilling. It's been raining for like 2 days, on and off for 2 days. So I don't know if you guys are on the East Coast, but it's been raining here. Really hard rain yesterday and last night, which was nice. It was nice falling asleep to the rain in the van. Just, it makes it muggy though. It was muggy earlier today. But anywho. If you guys are not familiar with this, and this is a random video, so if you want to just give it a thumbs up and jump off, I will not be offended. It's very random and it's going to be pretty short. I know I always say that and we end up being on here for an hour and a half. But if you're not familiar with this brand, Contago, I don't know how to pronounce it. This is a really good water bottle company. I got this one at Walmart to replace my blue one that got kind of yucky on the inside. That's the only issue about it, is it's not wide enough like those, what's the one that starts with an N? The one you can put your hand in and clean. So I'm gonna have to go to Dollar Tree and get one of those baby bottle brushes, because occasionally you need to just get in there with some vinegar and a little bit of Dr. Bronner's and clean it out. But this one is replaced the one from my, and I've always wanted the ones with the flip top. I got me one. I also like it because it has the straw on the inside, so when I'm driving, I don't have to tilt up while driving. I can just suck it up like a straw. But it's a really good one, and you can even lock it so that it won't open. There's a little lock switch here, lock and unlock, and I think I paid less than 20 bucks for this. So these are really good. I love these water bottles. Ever since our principal of the middle school that I used to work at, he bought us, the whole staff, Contago water bottles with our school logo on them, and they were blue because our school color was blue and white. And ever since then, I've always loved these water bottles. These are the best water bottles if you're going to go with plastic. Otherwise, go with the metal one, the reusable metal ones. And I love that it has this little clip on it, so you can clip it onto anything, your backpack, your belt loop, purse, handle, whatever. But I love this. And of course, I had to get it in red, although it's really kind of pink, not really red, but anyway. Let me see. I get them from Wally World. I should go pick one up for my daughter. Did you find a job before you got the van? Just wondering. All questions in caps with emoji, please. Thank you, Wanda. Wanda, didn't you used to have a, maybe you didn't. Maybe, I thought you had a wrench, but maybe you didn't. I don't know. Ooh, Gladys got hers at Ross for $3.99. Wow, that's a great price. Wow. Shoot, for that price, I could get a bunch and sell them online for a profit. Wow. Well, that's good. Oh, Wanda, I thought you used to have a, okay, well, I'll have to keep that in mind and see if I could, if my YouTube was working right, I could click on your thing and a little box would come up for me, and my box has make this person a moderator as my options. But unfortunately, YouTube has decided that it's just not going to do that for me. Someone saying Miss M is saying she needs a glass one. I had a glass one, and I got the glass one from Aldi, and it was a really good one because it had a rubber coating on the outside, like a sleeve, but it broke. So I've decided just to go back to plastics because I don't want to break anything else. Yeah, it's not letting me. I wonder what this circle is for. Oh no, that's stupid. I don't want that. Enable flash. Oh, I have a front-facing flash that I can enable for light. Look at here, look at here. What? What? Oh, shucks. Y'all see that light come on? Watch, I'm gonna turn it off. Disable flash. Now watch. Enable flash. What? It makes it really hard to see the screen though with that light in my eye, but I'm just saying. Oh, look at what I found out. Lemon oil eats through plastic. Sorry, yours, but yeah, I do like lemon in my water, but I have those little packets of crystallized lemon. So yeah, but I broke mine, and I was so disheartened by it because it was a really really good one. And considering I got it from Aldi, and I believe it was like $7.99, so it was a really good price. But it wasn't this brand, but it was still a good water bottle, and I was very disheartened, and it broke. It broke when I had that breakdown in South Carolina when I ran over that pipe and it busted the gas can. That's when it broke. So I was really depressed about the whole situation. Somebody asked about a job. No, I haven't found the job. So here's the issue with the 2 jobs that I thought I was going to get. Postmates did a background check on me and denied me because they saw that I had relinquished my Virginia driver's license, which, yes, I did, but I have a current Arizona driver's license. So I guess they didn't dig any further after they saw that. I have no idea. So they denied me. The phone actress job, I need to get a employee identification number. And when I went online to fill that thing out to do it, it came up with an error. So I don't know if that's something that I had from years ago. So I need to call in, and I've been calling in, and every time I call in, they say your wait is too long. You'll have to call back at a less busier time. So I've tried calling into the IRS to get that employee identification number because I don't remember what the old employee identification number was. Once I do that, I have filled out applications. I have talked to people online who have gigs on Craigslist who are really not serious. They just do the back and forth email and the back and forth text message with never ever officially hiring me. So I don't know what to do. It's just not meant for me to have a job right now, I guess. But I keep looking every single day. So, because I want a job. I want a job because I want to save up money so I can go back west and I'll get a job out there. But I need to work until the end of September. So I don't know what it is. All right. Ariel says, I know this is off topic, but in order. But in other video, you mentioned finding a way to sell things online. Have you considered selling things on Facebook? It seems really cool. I don't have things to sell. I was going to buy my wholesale earrings again and start doing that, but you got to ship it. I mean, it's a lot of work. And now that I do have space to hold some earrings, I'm thinking about it. A lot of people want the earrings back, so I closed the Etsy store. Etsy raised their prices again for their cut, and it went from 3.5% to 5%. So I wasn't making that much money for it to even be worth it. So I closed my Etsy store. Raiden says, I will be emailing on Saturday about the meetup in Maine. What do you need to know? The address is on crystalvanner.com. There's not much else I can give you information-wise. I will be calling the restaurant probably around the 1st of September to see what their hours are. And we'll probably get there like an hour or so early. At least that's the time. I'll switch the time on the website. If you go to the calendar page on crystalvanner.com, you'll see the address is there right now. So if that's what you need, that's there. I don't know it off the top of my head. And I will be calling them around the 1st or the 2nd of September to get their hours, because I know their hours after August tend to change. So whatever their hours are, I'm going to plan to be there an hour to an hour and a half before they open. That's the whole point of us going, is to piss the lady off. So yeah. Lockstar Naturalist says, I know you got cherries. I did not get cherries when I went to the store because we ended up going to this grocery store I've never been in, which is Weiss. This is all Brother Tom's doing because we're in his area. I was not thrilled with the produce. It was gross. I got red grapes. I got a couple of bananas. I got sardines. I got some non-Ritz crackers. What else did I get? A couple of plums and bottled water, and I think that was it. Their produce section was pitiful. So in a few days, I will be going to Aldi or somewhere. Would you be happy with the phone job? Look, I will do what I have to do for right now to make some money. It seemed like quick, easy money, and I don't have to travel or use gas. So at this point, it would have not been a long-term thing unless I was making good money. Excuse me. Someone got their Contango water bottle at Target for $10 and it's glass. Ooh. Um, contention contention creation is a job. Thank you for your content. Yes, content creation is a job. However, YouTube is flaky with their money. If you want extra content, I have totally spent hours today revamping my Patreon. If you want to join for $1 a month, I'd appreciate it. Even just 20 people joining for $1 a month helps me out. Every little bit helps. But Patreon is completely revamped now, and I don't want to say too much, but I kind of have to because it's not going to make sense if I don't. I have something that I'm testing, and it is a mobile hotspot. And if it works like the claim works, it's so far so good. I've only tested it for 24 hours, but I'm able to use my laptop now, which affords me to be able to keep up with my Patreon a lot better. That was the hardest thing for me with Patreon. You cannot do Patreon on a cell phone. I don't care what they say. The Patreon app sucks. It sucks. You must get on a laptop if you're going to put content on Patreon, which sucked for me because I'm not always near a library. I'm not always near a Starbucks. I'm not always near a McDonald's. And sometimes you just don't want to go into places and have your laptop susceptible to everybody's network. So someone had reached out to me months ago about a hotspot to review. I finally got it. I'm waiting on another component, but I'm still able to use the hotspot right now, and it's an antenna to kind of boost the signal. So far, so good. Supposedly no throttling. So I should be able to get, my 100 gigs of Wi-Fi a month, because I easily use 100 to 150 gigs of Wi-Fi a month. So far, my Cricket cell phone has done good by me. I recommend Cricket. People always, oh, Cricket's not the best, blah, blah, blah. It uses AT&T. I have never had an issue. I have been somewhere with somebody who was on Verizon network, and they didn't have signal, and I did. So it is what it is. I've only had slowdowns a few times the whole 2 years I've had Cricket. So whatever. Anyway, that being said, the mobile hotspot seems to be working. Again, it's only been 24 hours. I will do a review on it later after I've used it for at least a few weeks because I really want to put it through its paces. Matter of fact, the tablet is on it right now. Even though the tablet's off, I was watching some stuff, which is great. I downloaded some stuff on the tablet, not as fast as being on the library Wi-Fi, but it's my own Wi-Fi. It's secure. Anyway, so far so good for 24 hours. So I want to use it for about 3-4 weeks before I give you guys a coupon code or give you guys any type of feedback from it. So hopefully it works out. Which that allows me, that I was saying all that to say that allows me to really focus on the Patreon. I'm going to be doing a review next week on the camera. I'm done testing the camera, even though you didn't really see any footage of the camera. That's the other reason I kind of need the laptop, is because everything on the camera must be uploaded via a laptop. That's why I don't have a camera. Anyway, so you'll see a review on the camera as well next week. What is that about on Craigslist with jobs? They're not always legit. Yeah, sometimes people put ads up there. Even when you're buying stuff off Craigslist, it can be a pain in the butt to get with the person. Like, you put the ad up, I'm trying to buy the item. Like, what is the deal? Anyway, Miss M wants to know, have I considered sugar beets? I have not. Raiden says, so I can meet you in Virginia, and where to meet you. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. I didn't realize, Raiden, that you wanted to meet me in Virginia. Sometimes people don't use their YouTube names on emails. And so if you're using your real name in an email to me, and we've emailed a few times, but I see your YouTube name here on the lives, I don't make connections. So maybe that's where the confusion is. Yeah, that's right. You want to meet me in Virginia. Just remember, it's a slow trek. I'm leaving probably the evening of the 3rd or the morning of the 4th and taking my time going up. I travel very slowly. Sound and picture is really good, says Mama Bears. Thank you. Thank you for Miss M for the calendar leak. John wants to know, you are not opposed to a local brick and mortar job, are you, Crystal? I am not, but it depends on what it is because my skill set is such that I don't type. My background is cosmetology, which is doing hair, and working for the public school system. So if I can do something for the next month that's a brick and mortar job, then I will. But I've applied to Aldi. There's a couple Aldi's hiring. I've applied to, actually, I haven't applied to Aldi. I take that back. I applied to some retail store online. Didn't hear back. Aldi, I have to find one in an area where I can park at night. But it seems like they're not having any, because they do open hire type things where you go, everybody comes, and you right on the spot do the application. You can't fill out applications online for some reason. I don't get that. But all the open hire events are in September, so I'm waiting, which I don't know, because by the time they train you and everything, I'll be ready to leave. So I don't know. But yeah, I don't care about that. I actually had someone reach out to me about a job that their son might have, like a cleaning job, which is fine with me. I can clean. I don't mind cleaning. You provide me with some gloves, I'm good. But they never got back to me. So I don't know what that's about. Not tonight, people. Oh, am I missing stuff? Oh, good. I'm missing some of the stuff. Good, because I'm behind. uh, New Nomadic says, I have yet to have a decent Wi-Fi connection to use my laptop on the road. Gotta get a hotspot. Yeah, that's one of the biggest things about being a nomad is getting that signal. Oh, sugar beet harvest. No, I can't do any kind of physical work like that. No, I would end up in the hospital. I will tell you guys now, my 2 knee injuries, which one required me to have surgery, I was cleaning the bathroom and injured my knee and had to have surgery. And the other one, I was walking down the hall and turned back when somebody called my name and twisted my knee the wrong way and injured that knee. I cannot do any kind of bending, lifting. I can't do all that. Nope, 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 nope. I will never do a sugar beet harvest. I will never do the Amazon fulfillment. I can't do that stuff. So no. When you said sugar beets, I thought you meant to eat. No, not doing that. Tyree says, I miss your on the road interview. Yeah, well, tours will come when I'm back on the West Coast, most likely. There are no real van dwellers on the East Coast, unfortunately. What did I have for dinner? I have not eaten dinner yet. Earlier today, we got some food when we went to the grocery store, but because it's so hot, I eat less. I tend to just nibble on fruit all day, so I'm probably gonna wash some of my grapes off and eat those for dinner. They have jobs where you can sit, Crystal. Sitting at the sugar beet harvest? I don't know. Maybe. I guess I haven't looked into that because everything I see is actually picking of the beets. And it usually seems like, from what I've watched of other van dwellers and nomads doing the sugar beet harvest, you have to work your way up from a picker up to the other jobs where you're using equipment. That's the only job I've ever seen people sit and do, but maybe I'm wrong. Email me. Yep, you're right, Frankie. I don't type. Nope, I do not type. I do not know how to type. Never took keyboarding or typing, so I'm kind of a hunt and pecker. So yeah, there's no quick typing for me, so I couldn't do any of that transcribing, data entry. Then that would take me forever. They would fire me probably. Anyway. Well, we've picked enough. I'm just saying, with love, everyone. Hell, we've picked enough. Ah! Frankie, you're so funny. Yep, you start at the bottom. Many folks quit the first day, says Mama Bears. Yeah, because I don't think people realize how physically demanding that job is. Same thing with Amazon. People have died working at the Amazon fulfillment centers. So it is, those things are very physically demanding to your body. Very physically demanding. Misty says there is no sitting at Sugar Bee Harvest. Who said that? I worked it and I going this year. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't think there was any sitting. You have to work your way up to those trucks. You can't just come in day one driving a truck. I know I can't even Uber because my vehicle's too old and I don't have back seats. If Uber requires, but I am going to try and do DoorDash and try and do Uber Eats. I hate that I have to drive around and waste gas, but I have to do what I have to do for this next month to make some money. And at least with those, I can do them anywhere. Hopefully it works out to that. So we'll see. Postmate sucks. But I was going to waste gas doing that anyway. What about the one that delivers food? Mia says, be careful picking sugar beets. They are one of the main GMO crops. I'm not getting into the whole GMO thing. It is what it is. Raiden says, do you have any insight on other stores that will allow us to park in their lots other than Walmart? You mentioned something about Walmart in your last video. I do not know about Walmart, so you have to physically go in and talk to a manager at every Walmart you go to and see if they allow parking. I personally don't park at Walmarts, so Raiden, if you're going to travel with me, I won't be parking at Walmarts. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I stop at rest stops. If you're not comfortable with rest stops, don't know how that's gonna work because I don't do Walmarts. I have done less than 5 Walmart parkings in my whole, maybe 6, less than 6 Walmart parkings in my whole almost 3 years of van dwelling. So I personally don't like Walmart parking lots. And they can be noisy. I've parked at one before and the street cleaner guy was there all night and I got no sleep. I personally do not mind rest stops. As I've said many times, when I get to a rest stop at night, I do not go in. I jump in the back, I close up shop, I lock the doors, I use my bucket toilet to pee in, I have a little something to eat, I watch a little something, and I go to sleep. The next morning, when the sun has broken through the clouds, through the daylight, the sunrise, I wash my face and brush my teeth in the van, and then I go, use the bathroom inside before leaving out and heading back on the highway. I personally don't like going to Walmarts. You can park at Cracker Barrel. I did Cracker Barrels when I was with Maria because she was not comfortable doing rest stops. But I just prefer rest stops because they're right there on the highway and I don't have to go way out of my way into town, off the exit looking for a Walmart. Because sometimes you don't know what part of town you're in and you end up at the wrong Walmart and as a person of color, I ain't trying to do that. Cookbook wants to know temporary office work. I don't type. Okay, bye, M. If $17 an hour is killing you, it's not worth it. A lot of camping stores let you park overnight. You have to check. Yes, I have heard that. Not Camping World. What's that other one? There's another one. Shoot. Darn it. What is the name of that store that starts with the C? Shoot. I don't remember. But I've heard that, yeah. Cracker Barrel does let you park overnight. Those aren't bad. Raiden says, I don't mind rest stops. I just don't want to not have a place to park next year, Are you locally dwelling, Raiden, or are you traveling dwelling? That's the biggest thing. And if you're locally dwelling, depending on your vehicle, you should be able to park in regular street parking neighborhoods. Well, Mama Bear, the people that set up the lawn chairs and grills at Walmart tick you off? Yes, and that's why Walmart is cracking down on that. And I believe someone shared on the last live video that someone got killed. I don't know who, but someone got killed. A family was dwelling in a Walmart parking lot and someone got killed or something. So they're just starting to be like, nope, 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 nope. And honestly, the Walmarts that are in strip malls do not allow overnight parking because they don't own their land. It's the Walmarts that sit by themselves with no other stores near them. They kind of own that land. So those are the ones those are the ones that would let you park if they decide to let you park. Frankie says, have you heard of Harvest Host? Not for work, but to visit only. I like rest stops. Cool with that when I join the caravan. Harvest Host is cool, but Harvest Host's catch is you have to be self-contained. I could not park at Harvest Host with a bucket toilet. So I would need a cassette toilet at least, at minimum. I would need one of those toilets that have the separate container for urine and poop. They will not let me do bag poop. So my toileting system would not work. Also with Harvest Host, part of their catch is wherever you're visiting, the winery or wherever you're visiting, you must purchase something. And I know they're letting you stay for free, so the least you could do is buy something, but who wants to have to buy something? So, yes, but a lot of people like Harvest Host. I've heard good things about that. So if you are completely toilet system contained and you're willing to spend, $20 or more per place you go to buy something for that business, because that's what they do. They are getting business to their winery or to their farm or wherever it is that's hosting you. Harvest Host brings them business. So that's kind of the catch. You must buy something and you must be self-contained with your bathrooming so that you're not dumping anything at all. You're completely contained. Zeta says not all Walmarts are that bad, and if you see trucks at RVs, you don't need to ask. They don't enforce it. You should be okay with 24-hour places just to keep stop and leave. I would still go in and ask as a courtesy. I would never just assume because I see other RVs and trucks that it's okay to park there. I would still go in and tell the manager, hey, I'm traveling through. I just need a place to stay overnight and I'll be back on the road in the morning. Can I park here? I would still ask. I would not be presumptuous. Not at all. I would never do that. Conscious Living says, hey, Crystal, the guards never bother you at rest stops. Why would they? That's what rest stops are for. They're for sleeping. So no, I've never had an issue. Park right under a light. Even if you're parking at Walmart or Cracker Barrel, park right under a light. That way you're well lit. And if you park right under a light, it's going to shine on your roof. It's not going to shine in your windows. You close up for the night and you should be good. Hello, everybody. Yes, Cabela's. That's the name of it. Cabela's. Conscious Living said I got kicked out. OMG. Rebecca says, Crystal, hopefully you will find the best job that suits you. Sending good vibes. I appreciate that. Raiden says, have you tried Starbucks to sit for free and have nothing to buy something like McDonald's? I have parked in front of a Starbucks and not got out of my van and used their Wi-Fi because I don't really want to go in if I don't have to. I don't know about y'all, but this is my home and I'm very comfortable in here. I hate having to lug all of my stuff to go sit upright in a seat that's uncomfortable in Starbucks for hours at a time to get on my laptop. Now, the only thing I need now is a way to power my laptop. So I've been looking for a 12-volt plug that works with my laptop because once I have that, I'm in business. I'm golden. I don't want to go inside. I'm comfortable here. My bed is comfortable to sit on. Even if I prop up my camping chair here in front of the side barn doors, my camping chair fits here just fine, and it fits in the very back just fine. It's a little tight back there, but it can still work. But if I open my camping chair and sit here and put my feet up on the bed, I am very comfortable. I don't want to go sit in a cold, freezing cold Starbucks. I don't like air conditioning. After the first 5 minutes, I'm putting on a hoodie or I'm putting on my shawl. People all in your business, all loud. You're hearing all their phone conversation. I don't want to deal with all that. I want to stay in my house, quiet as kept, with my laptop. and my tablet, playing whatever I'm watching. I like my house. I want to be in my house. So yes, I have parked in front of a Starbucks, hooked up to their Wi-Fi, and just sat there for about 4 or 5 hours. Sure have. Um, Conscious Living says, I guess I was parked there too long. I was parked for 3 days. Oh, dang. No, you can't park nowhere for 3 days. Thank you, P. Sean, for hitting the like button. 191 people online, but only 66 thumbs up. Come on, y'all. We can do better than that. Conscious Living says, I've seen a sign that says no overnight parking. Misty, some rest stops in Florida don't let you overnight park. I only found no overnight parking in North Carolina, South Carolina. I didn't stop at any rest stops in Florida, so I don't know. But here's my thing. I parked at a rest stop overnight and didn't get harassed at one of those ones because I didn't see the sign the first time. But it did say, what was the, I think there was an hour limit or something. So my thinking is, if I get to your rest stop at 10 at night and you give me only a 6-hour limit, then I can stay for those 6 hours. If they happen to be overnight, so be it. Just saying. I didn't have an issue. I mean, now that I know about those kinds of rest stops, I pay better attention. But you just got to really pay attention, I guess. Push comes to shove, I will go to a Pilot, a Flying J, or a Love's. Love's, I have found that Love's, you have to be really careful and go inside and ask. I found going out west, stopping at Love's, a lot of them were like, no, you cannot park overnight. Don't ask me why. The truckers could, but they wouldn't let me. Maybe it was because of my skin color. I don't know. But yeah, I thought that was really weird. It's like, it's a truck stop there. Trucks parked here overnight. You mean I can't park overnight? Anyway, I've never had a problem with a Pilot or a Flying J. So if push comes to shove, I will go there if I can't find a rest stop, because those tend to be right off exits too. I just don't like going all the way into town when it's like, I don't need gas. I just want to be right off the highway and jump back on that bad boy in the morning and keep it moving. Frankie says, when I hit the road, I'm like you. I want to be in my van on the laptop. Raiden says, I feel you, Crystal. I can't wait to get my Wi-Fi too. I want solitude when I watch my YouTube. Yeah, it's like, I like being in my home. It's my home. P. Sean says, living life like it's golden, Jill Scott. You know it. Rhonda doesn't like air conditioning either. I don't. I really don't. People are like, ain't you hot in the van? I'm not hot. I have my fan and I have those 2 other fans. If it gets that hot, and honestly, if it gets that hot, I'm going to go inside for about an hour, but I'm going to still bring my shawl. Look, I went to the library the other day and I took my little, I took this little blanket throw with me in the library. This little fleece blanket throw in the library with me because the library be hecka cold, like super cold. And after 10 minutes, I'm freezing my butt off in the library. So I took my blanket in with me. Don't think I didn't. Yes, I did. But it was too muggy to be inside. Plus my charger thing wasn't working. Apparently it had overheated. It got too hot, I guess. Which I have to change the location of it. I think where I put it is getting too hot. So I'm going to put it back on the top where the heat can get off of it. Anyway. Coats 9500 says, stay for weeks at a time at Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot is just being selfish, mooch. Crystals has manners, is polite, kudos. Yeah, I don't understand how people can stay weeks and days and weeks at a business. You go around the neighborhoods. I go around neighborhoods. Like I've been here in this, Virginia and Maryland back and forth area, but I just kind of rotate, just like I did when I lived here and worked here. Zendaya says, we'll better get solar. You don't necessarily have to have solar unless you're planning on, like my batteries run off of my alternator. I have a switch. So when my car is running, the switch alternator charges the batteries. When the car is off, it turns the switch off and I just use what's stored on my battery. So you don't have to have solar if you just have little power like I do, cell phone, tablet, laptop, that's it. Fans are battery operated. Even though this has the 12-volt plug, which I will eventually get, I can still run that that's not drawing that much power at all. So even like today, I didn't drive today. When we went to the grocery store, we took Brother Tom's car. So for about 15 minutes twice, I started the car up, even though I didn't need to. My batteries were fine. Just twice. This morning, I started the car up and let it run for 15 minutes. And then this evening, I started the car up and let it run for 15 minutes. So that boosted my batteries back up to 13, which I can let them get down to like 11.1 if I really wanted to. They're at 12.4 now. I'm looking at it. So it's good. Thank you for the thumbs up, guys. Need about 100 more. As a semi driver, I also prefer rest areas over Walmarts. I only park at Walmart if I do not have time to get to a rest area or truck stop. Frankie says, what's the other options for solar? Okay, I just talked about that. Misty says, can't wait to meet you at RTR. I will be honored to meet you. It will be an honor to meet you. Yay! I can't wait to meet you either, Misty. I can't wait to meet a lot of you guys at the RTR. Okay, bye, John. I've been watching a certain woman nomad on YouTube stating it's not safe for women on the road. What do you think? I think that's bull. I think that's total bull. And the reason why I think it's total bull is I think it's a scare tactic, to be honest with you. You're going to be as safe as you would be anywhere. If you're going to let fear determine where you go, then you'll never do anything. Now, if you're one of these people who don't want to travel alone, I get that. A lot of women go to Bob Wells's forum, to the women's only section, and they find people to travel with. I think I'm going to be picking up people along the way as we head west, and that's perfectly fine too. But I don't think, I mean, for real, I started this journey heading west on my own. Had it not been for Mama Willow reaching out to me, I still would have went on my own. It just so happened she reached out. She was heading the same place and decided, we decided to ride together. But I still would have kept going on my own. I started on my own. I got all the way to Missouri on my own and would have kept going with or without her. So yeah, it's nice to travel with people, but I kind of get a little bit of anxiety traveling with people. And the reason being is the way I travel. Sometimes I can be a little bit bossy. Me bossy? No. Because even though I'm not a morning person, if I'm going to travel, I want to get up at 7 and hit the road at 8. That's the latest I want to be on the road is 8. Not everybody is that strict about a schedule. I like to be. Reason being is I break my driving up into 2 sessions. I get on the road at 8. I do 150 miles. I find a place to park. I eat and I take a nap. I must take a nap. A lot of people don't need a nap. I need a nap. My hip hurts. My knee hurts. My elbow is usually hurting and my thumb is usually hurting. Those joints hurt when I drive. So I lay down, I take a nap, I take a Tylenol, I take a nap, I chill for at least 2 hours. Then I get back on the road and I do another 150 miles. So that's why I want to start at 8. Because I get those first 150 miles done and I'm done around lunchtime. I eat, I take my nap, and then I get back on the road around, 1 or 2-ish and do another 150 miles. And then it's about dinner time, even though I'm snacking on fruit pretty much the whole time I'm driving. But that's just how I travel. I tend to like to stick to that, kind of regimented when it comes to that. And not everybody can get on the road at 8 o'clock. I was never a morning person. I think I have slowly become a morning person. Like now, even though I have nothing to do every day, I'm still awake by 6 o'clock every day on social media, looking at things, figuring out, answering ads, filling out whatever, doing stuff. And even if I don't get up, like dressed and up, I'm still awake at 6 o'clock every single day. And then I have my times where I have insomnia, where I'm up all night long, but then I need a nap in the afternoon. I definitely take naps every afternoon. I love a good siesta. So you will see that I will take a nap every single day if you travel with me. Even if I don't end up falling asleep, I might just lay here and watch something on the tablet for 2 hours just to let my body relax. That's just how I do. Missy says, P.S. Is there anything you still need for the van? There's nothing off the top of my head I can think of. I'm supposed to be going either Sunday or Monday with Miss JD and Miss V to the Habitat for Humanity because I'm going to get a small cabinet for the sink, like one of those small bathroom cabinets, and put the sink in that. Now, if I can find a cabinet that has a little bit of countertop to it, that would be cool. We'll see. I can't put anything too big, so that's really the only thing I need. I don't really need anything. I updated the wish list a little bit. I'm not ready to share it yet because, again, I don't want stuff going to my friend's box and, overwhelming her. So I won't be sharing that. What I will do is possibly, if I can while traveling, see if there are any Amazon lockers ahead and change the address to an Amazon locker and just let you guys know ahead of time, hey, if you're going to buy me something, buy it in the next 3 days because I'll be here and I can pick it up at the Amazon locker or something like that. I don't know how that would work. We'll see. Frankie said at Bling Love, her video was offensive with all that name calling of women nomads. Oh Lord, I don't even want to know. Please don't tell me the names of any other van dwellers that are, because it makes me want to go watch their videos and then I get pissed. I don't want to know any videos about anybody mentioning me. I don't want to know any videos about my name being put out there, or please don't tell me any of those. Please don't. Hey, Sandy. Hey, Roxanne. Hey, Nora. Rebecca says, I've sat in my car at McDonald's and used their Wi-Fi to update my game on this tablet. Yes, that's a great thing. Hey, Cheryl. You could get a small generator. You are so right. You could definitely get a small generator. However, there are only certain places you're going to be able to run that generator. And I don't know. I'm not a big fan. Thank you, Judy. Cheryl wants to know, what is Slab City? I have a video on Slab City if you want to watch it. It was a quick one. It was a day trip. I was actually going to go to Slab City with Uncle Lynn, and he ended up not being able to go. So I just took a day trip there because the day that I was going to go, 2 women were going to go with me, and they kind of chickened out at the last minute because they heard that a few days before we planned our trip, an incident happened at Slab City where a woman and either her husband or boyfriend were assaulted. They were drugged. I guess they were drinking alcoholic beverages and they got roofied, and the woman got raped and the husband got beat up, or the boyfriend. I don't know if they were married. So that happened like 4 days before we were supposed to go, and they chickened out on me. I still went, but I just did a day trip. I did not spend the night. It can be rough at Slab City, but it can be rough anywhere, to be honest with you. But the people at Slab City, they're pretty much full-time. They live there. You do find vagrants. You do find people down on their luck. You do have some drug and alcohol use, but you can find that in the hood too. I mean, you can get roofied and arrested in a club. You can get roofied and you roofied and assaulted in a club. You can get roofied and assaulted in your home. People break into people's homes and rape women and beat up men. So I can't let that stop me. I really can't. I have to be more diligent. I have to be more focused. I have to pay more attention, and I have to trust my gut, and I have to get the hell out of Dodge if things don't look or seem right. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to go and do stuff. I did not start this journey to be afraid. I wasn't afraid living in a house. I wasn't afraid walking to my car at night. I wasn't afraid walking through neighborhoods at night where things like that can happen all the time and do happen all the time. So I'm not going to do it. Frankie says, I'm not going to let fear stop me. That's why I'm jumping on Crystal's caravan. All right. Like I said, I don't care who we pick up along the way. Please do not be offended when I talk about the caravan being black, because right now it is all black. But if you're white and you want to join, I don't give a flying flib. Join. Join us. Our family has no color barriers. Okay? Let me say that again for the people in back. Our family has no color barriers. black, white, green, purple, orange, blue. I don't care where you're from. I don't care how old you are. Male, female, transgendered, non-conforming to sex. I don't care what you consider yourself to be. If you want to join us and we're coming through your area and you want to hook up with us, all I ask is that you get yourself a walkie-talkie. You can buy a set of walkie-talkies at Walmart, Best Buy, Radio Shack if your city still has one, wherever, because that's how we keep up with each other. As the bigger the caravan gets, the more we need walkie-talkies. If we end up hooking up with you and you don't have a walkie-talkie, we might have an extra, because when you buy it, you'll get two, and each individual person don't need two. But I'm just saying, it does not matter to me. Family is family. And sometimes family is the family you choose, not the one you're born with. So I'm just saying. Yeah. Wanda says, we know you bossy, but we still love you. That's okay. I love you too. Frankie says, I think just knowing your caravan cars will be on the same road will make me more energized. Safety in numbers is key, says Rebecca. I don't drive and I can't travel well due to being disabled. I like naps as well. All right, let's stop talking about that negative person. I know you guys are having a side conversation, but I don't want to see that. That's not what our family is about. Okay, did you just change your name again? I know I'm going to say it wrong, but Bibliophile? I know I always mess it up every time. Gosh, I got to give you a nickname. Did you sign in with a different account that had cookbook on it? I don't remember. Okay, it says, anyway, on board says, I have been doing this since the 80s, and the difference now is people discovering van life on social media. Glad it didn't exist back then. Life on the road was more enjoyable. That's true. Hey, Sister Sly, how about the foot pump for the sink? Oh, yes, I do need the foot pump for the sink. You are so right. I forgot about that. So, yes, I do need something for the van. I need the foot pump for the sink. And I forgot to go on Amazon and put it in my wish list. I will do that. You are right. Traveling back in the day before social media was way safer. Also, I think someone who is semi-famous in the tiny / nomad community, female, of color, at least she's famous to me, but she's my sister. I've met her a couple times. She's a beautiful, beautiful soul. Is thinking about redoing the Green Book. Have you ever heard of the Green Book? Basically, it was a book for Black people to let us know which places were safe to travel through, towns and things like that. Do you know that there are still sundown towns where Black people are not welcomed after sundown? So as you travel this country, a book like that would be also helpful. So she's going to try and put it into digital format. That would be a blessing. And so as we travel as people of color and we find safe places to park and stay, we can add it to a digital place so that other people traveling this country as people of color can say, oh, okay, so I see on this date, so-and-so stayed here and they didn't have any issues, or they were welcomed, or this is a Black-owned RV park, or this is a Black-owned whatever. We can park here for one night and keep it moving. We're safe here. Or this town was very friendly. Establishments, restaurants, all that can be put there where we are treated well, and especially Black-owned, because I want to give my dollars to Black-owned places if I can. I really do. Choir Lover wants to know, what is an Amazon locker? So Amazon has lockers throughout the country now that they have acquired total Whole Foods. Whole Foods now has the Amazon locker. So you can order your stuff on Amazon and send it to one of their lockers when you don't have an address and pick it up there. I think they give you 3 or 4 days to pick it up once it's been delivered. Otherwise, it goes back. So, yeah. Hey, Renita. Radiant wants to know, am I going to redo the bed or just leave it? I know you mentioned that. I am going to redo the bed. So I'm going to, and I've already talked to Miss JD about it. We're going to probably use some of this plywood for Miss V's build, the things that she needs. But yeah, I'm going to be redoing the bed back to how I had it before, which is just the one piece of plywood and the legs. I'll probably use 2x4 legs since I have them, but the original bed had 4x4 legs, which are so much sturdier. If I can get another piece of 4x4 from Lowe's or wherever fairly cheaply and get them to cut it for me, I will. But it's going to be about 12 inches high, so it'll be a little higher than the bed was in Not Your Mama's Van. And I will just put the 3 bins under. So what I'll do is the piece of plywood, I'll have 2, 4, 6 legs. So the legs will be, there will be 2 sets of legs in the middle, just enough for the bins to go in those 3 places. So yes, I am going to do that. It will be lightweight for me. It will help solve some problems with the weight distribution because I don't have enough weight on that side and I don't want to add any more weight on that side. So it'll balance the weight out better. And I'm hoping to not have to get any air shocks, but I still might get them just for safety's sake. Brother Tom says he can probably find me some at a decent price. So, but it won't be a rush to get them. Right now, I feel like I wouldn't want to travel across country with the heaviness of this bed. It's fine for local right now, but I don't think I want to go that far. I think I missed your first part of your comment, traveling, Teresa. You're talking about 7 to 10 people that are walking with your groceries or personal buddy. I don't know what I missed. Missy says we all bleed the same blood. Yes. Yeah, I'm not answering that. It's not a question, it's a statement. That's right, Dylan. Ohana. Sometimes family we choose is more family than the ones we're born with. You are so right. Mama Bear wants to know, are there many Black folks living the nomad lifestyle? I have only met a few in the last 2 years on the road. I think we tend to be a lot more incognito and they're not really broadcasting themselves online. I also know that there are a lot, I'm in a Facebook group and there are several retired people of color with the big expensive class A's that are living on the road. So they don't tend to hang out where people like me hang out. They tend to be in RV parks because they got the money for that. So, you know, you find people, you know, all walks of life, all walks of life. So, you know, they're just not broadcasting like we are. Do I know why they call it Slab City? Apparently there are slabs of concrete there left over from, I think, a military base or something like that. And so that's why it's called Slab City. Oh, there's another. Okay. Yes, we all need a green book. Yep. Frankie says, I met the author of the Green Book, the children's version of the book, and he came to my writing workshop. Well, you know, there's a movie coming out called The Green Book, based on a true story of a Black pianist who hired a white guy to be his driver and drive him around the country in the South while he did all his performances. And a lot of places he performed at, he couldn't even eat at or had to come through the back door. This movie looks freaking awesome. All I have to say, y'all, just like numbers did for Black Panther, we have got to do these numbers for the Green Book movie because it's a Black actor who is not a thug, not a hood rat, and not on drugs, not corrupt. You know what I'm saying? It's based on a true story of a really rich, detailed Black character. Those are the movies that we need to spend our dollars on. So Hollywood can say, oh, so they want to see more of this and less of Medea. I'm tired of us being hood rats. I'm tired of us being thugs or crooked or drug addicts or selling drugs or I can't acting a buffoon. I can't watch those movies anymore. The older I get, the less tolerance I have for those movies. Now, straight up comedy is good. Like Taraji P. Henson is in a new comedy. They did a remake, the What Women Want movie with what's his name that went crazy. Oh gosh, he played Braveheart. Oh my gosh, what's his name? I can see his face right now. I know y'all know his name. I gotta scroll. I'm so far behind. Anyway, I forgot his name. Shoot. Anyway, when I get down there, you guys will say his name. She's doing a remake called What Men Want. So Taraji P. Henson bonked on the head. It's got Erykah Badu in it, and she is trying to advance in her career, and she's hit the all boys club glass ceiling at her company, and she gets bonked on the head, and she can now hear men's thoughts. So it's a straight up comedy. She's a successful black woman. You know what I'm saying? She's not hood or goot. You know what I'm saying? Ugh, I can't do it anymore. I can't do those kind of movies no more. Like I said, the older I get, the less tolerance I have for those movies. I can't do it. Mm. Do, 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 do. Wow, a black owned RV camp. That would be dope. So there is a black owned in North Carolina. There is a black owned RV park. I will try and get that information for you guys. I believe it's North Carolina. I think it's North Carolina. I will try and get that info to you guys by the next video, and let you know. Otherwise, check my social media and the blog. I'll put it on there too. Hey, JG. Sorry, JG. How are you? Hey, Catherine. Hey, Auntie Catherine. Okay, some people have to go. Bye. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up before you go. I still need still need 100 more people jumping on, but not hitting that thumbs up. Please do that for me, please. Aw, 5 rings just had a horrible day, and I made your day. This dance is for you. Hope you having a better day, better day. Welcome to the family. Yeah, I made that. You see them? You see them bars? I had bars. I just rhymed that on the spot, y'all. On the spot. I got bars. Okay, sorry. Fawn wants to know, did you find the pics of the canvases I sent? Wait, no, I didn't. You sure you sent it to the right email? Hello, Crystal Vanner at gmail.com. I don't remember seeing the canvases. Oh my, I'll have to check emails again. Yes, Judy, I want the road atlas. Thank you. Actually, Miss V gave, if you can get the newer road atlas, like the 2019, I don't know if that's out yet because Miss V gave me a 2018, but if they have a 2019 one, give me that one, please. That would be much appreciated. Crystal, I had to chuckle when you said you were redoing the bed when you first got Not Your Mama's Van. You change something almost every day. I do. My thing is, it's got to feel right. If it don't feel right, I can't live in it. Can I recommend other black/women YouTubers that I enjoy? I don't really watch any other van dwellers. The 3 constants, as I mentioned before, are Bob Wells, Humble Road, and Van City Van Life. I don't really watch any other women. ABZ Minimalist Lifestyle, I think is her name. She's part of the family, and I've watched a few of her videos. But again, her lifestyle is different. She has kids and she homeschools, but she's still a nomad, so you could watch her. But I don't really watch any other women. I don't know. It's just something about I get along better with guys. No, I think once you I think I've been disappointed by some of the women nomads. I've been disappointed by meeting them in person, some of the more famous ones. And I'm not into phony, and I'm not mentioning names, but you meet them in person and they don't come off like they do on camera. And sometimes I think maybe it's just because they're earning their money, they're acting. So once you've kind of done that, you tend to be like, eh. And I'm getting tired of being compared to some of these other black women. People email me all the time. Oh, I was watching so and so's video. You should do a collaboration with her. No, I'm not doing it. Just because we're both black nomads does not mean we're on the same wavelength. I've heard some negative things about some popular ones, and I don't really want to be associated with it. I have enough negative juju in my life that comes. I do not need anybody else's. So I don't know. Mel Gibson. I knew I would get to it. That's who is in the movie. Somebody just called me. What? Okay, I don't know. I thought she just called me. Oh. Oh, am I buffering? Oh. Dominique Atkins says she needs to get a van because Chicago rent is outrageous for the tiny studio. Yeah, I get that. Catherine, ooh, you do the barbecue. All right now. Fawn says, they're little tiny ones. What? Oh, 5 rings. You adore me. Thank you. You are so loved, sweetie. Everything about writing a Vanner's travel guide for women of color. I have not, but you're not the first person to tell me I should write a book. So I don't know. Misty Brown says, Dave Chappelle. I have no idea what that question was about. That must have been a side conversation. I don't think I have enough interesting stuff going on to write a book. It would have to be a really thin book. Kim says, hi, I'm new and I love your channel. Love your positivity. It's contagious. Hit the like. I hit the like before I watch. Have a fabulous week. Thank you so much, Kim. Please do not hook up with no one. I like you by yourself, says Cheryl. What's the email again? Can someone type in the email for me? Hello, crystalvanner@gmail.com. No, I'm parked in a safe place. I just thought I heard somebody say Crystal, and Miss V is parked in front of me, so I thought maybe she was calling me. Dominique says, I don't understand the question. Why should she write a book for women of color? Why not write a travel guide for all women interested in learning the lifestyle? I don't know if I think I might just take if I wrote something, I don't think it could I don't think it could be a guide or how to because everybody doesn't have your personality or your tenacity or your lack of fear or stupidity or whatever you want to call it. So I think I would just say, hey, this is what I would just write my experiences down. This is what I experienced. This is how I do things. Kind of tweak it and do your own thing. I don't think I could ever write a guide or a how-to because it's not going to work. One size does not fit all when it comes to this lifestyle. That's why I tell people do not let other people tell you what you're doing as a nomad is wrong because just because they don't do it or they don't like it doesn't mean jack. What works for you may not work for them. I started in an $800. I started in a broke down SUV, first of all, because it's the car I had. Saved a couple of months and got an $800 Craigslist van that needed a hell of a lot of work. And every month fixed something on that bad boy up until the day I gave her to my son. I was still fixing stuff. So, I mean, no, who's to say? I don't have to have an expensive rig to do this lifestyle, obviously. So don't let anybody say that this way's the right way, that was right. You must have solar, you must have this, you must have that. No, you don't. You don't have to have nothing to start it, but a place that is comfortable to sleep and something to hold your clothes and hold your food. If that's all you end up with in the very beginning, so be it. Get a Planet Fitness membership for $20 a month. Well, now it's like 21, 22. They went up. Have a place to shower, have some way to make some sort of income, whether that's social media, YouTube, selling online, working working a real sticks and bricks job, whatever you do to make some sort of income because you can add to your setup as you go. And be honest with you, y'all see how much I change because it just doesn't feel right. You know when it feels right. I got Not Your Mama's van. It took me almost the whole time I was in Not Your Mama's van to be happy with what I had. And I would still tweak things here and there. It's just like living in a house. You change, I mean, I don't know, so not everybody changes their house like I do, but I change my surroundings all the time. Sometimes I do it out of boredom. Sometimes I do it out of excess energy, the need to just move around and do something. So I nest constantly, nesting, nesting, nesting. You would think I was pregnant all the time the way I nest, constantly nesting, nesting, nesting. But there's no right or wrong way to this lifestyle. And don't let anyone talk you out of it. Don't let family talk you out of it. Don't let friends talk you out of it. You write down your plans, you write down your desires, your wishes. You make do with what you have, and you lead up to those things as you get to the money saved up to do them. Have I thought about starting locks? Yeah, I've thought about locks. Lady Court says, I'm new. I get you on not getting along with most women, the fake thing. You'd be surprised how much you learn, experience, and know about van travel. That is true. Yeah, I don't talk about other van dwellers. I don't want to hear it. Hi, Terry. Fawn, you spelled it wrong. Okay. Being of color requires different survival techniques on the road. You are so right about that. We do have different things we have to watch out with, especially in this climate of police and people of color relations. There's definitely some different things you have to look at. What would I do if I won the lottery tomorrow? Ooh, if I won the lottery tomorrow, wow, that's interesting that you say that. All right, if I won the lottery tomorrow, I don't think I would get a brand new van. I think I would completely fix the little mechanical things I have left to fix on this van, and the seats are still available to me. And I might sell it to one of you guys or give it away. I would do a giveaway because if I won millions, I wouldn't need to sell it. I would do a giveaway of this van to someone, and I would still go out and get me a fixer-upper, an older fixer-upper, and fix it, gut it and fix it. I would get a small school bus, to be honest with you. I'd get a small school bus that's on the van, the little small schoolies that's on the van axle chassis, but it's just the school bus body. I would get one of those and I would completely do that. I would buy my son a pickup truck. Don't ask me why. I would get my son a small 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath condo back home here in Northern Virginia and be like, that's it. Here's the keys. Here's the deed. It's in your name. Make it happen. And I would just hit the road, get my passport, and I would just travel. I would still travel. I would buy a little piece of land in Arizona to park on or to leave my, shed home and my van at, and I would travel. I would go to South America once I got my passport. I would still travel. I would definitely still live the nomadic type lifestyle. Just, yeah, I would definitely travel. Pa, 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 pa. Hey, Drew. Traveling Teresa. How about starting a jitney service? What is a jitney service? At a local store, all you have to do is look for people carrying their groceries or using personal buggies. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Belinda just said she just finished her first road trip in her converted passenger van. Not full time, but love to camp. I'm living my dream. Just want to encourage someone who may be in limbo. That's awesome. Terry says lived a year in our van with no solar, lived comfortably. Yeah, I have yet to have solar, and I've been almost 3 years, so I haven't had no solar yet. Crystal, what do you do for health insurance? I don't have health insurance. I try and eat healthy and stay healthy. Nesting is a great hobby. Amen, Crystal. People are always saying what they think is the way to be. You have to do things for yourself, says Raiden. What's the worst comment you've gotten from family and friends about the lifestyle? So I haven't gotten very many negative comments from family and friends because a lot of people didn't know I was doing it until I had already been doing it for a while. So by the time they found out, the most thing they were like is, you all right? They thought I was hard on money and I was homeless. I was like, no, I'm doing this by choice. Yeah, I could go very well spend a whole paycheck on rent every month or get roommates. I would probably have to live with roommates if I stayed in this area, but who wants to do that? Who wants to do that? Like I've said before, if I'm going to live check to check, I'd rather live in my van. So, but yeah, they were not supportive necessarily because it wasn't like I let them know while I was making the transition. The transition had been made for months before some of my friends at work knew, and for a whole year before my family knew. So, because we don't see each other and we don't really communicate with each other, none of my aunts, uncles, and cousins knew that I was living in a van until it was a whole year of living in a van. My son was one of the people to know, obviously, in the beginning. He wasn't living at home at the time. So I let him know first and foremost, other than my second husband, who I left. But yeah, coworkers didn't know until it had been about 5 months of me living in it. So yeah. You must have a heartbeat. That's about it. I love you too. Could do so much with them. Oh, the schoolies, yeah. What do you think about getting an ambulance and fixing it up? No, I don't think I want an ambulance. An ambulance is kind of cool, but I don't think I want an ambulance. I just really love the little schoolies. I just like the look of them. Of course, I don't like all those windows, but I would take all the windows out and put metal there and just leave enough windows where where the kitchen area is going to be and where the bathroom is going to be, and that's it. I don't like all those windows, but I've seen people take those windows out and put metal there and make a wall. Just put more, weld more metal. That's what I would do. Did I find out what was wrong with my Tor batteries? You mean my house batteries? So it wasn't the batteries, it was the charge controller. The charge controller overheated a little bit the other day. It's working fine. I moved it the day that it was acting up, and where I moved it to, I think it got hot. So I'm going to move it back, and I meant to do that today and just didn't think about it. But I'm going to move it probably tomorrow and put it back up where it was so it gets more airflow around it. No roommates. Dominique, $40 super chat. Super chat dance, super chat dance. Thank you, Dominique. I love you too. Super chat dance, $40 super chat dance. And super chat and super chat dance. Thank you, Dominique. Super chat dance. Okay. Jerry says, I have no mechanical skills. Do you? If not, how do you overcome that problem? Oh, you must be new to the family, Jerry. You haven't seen that I've had crazy breakdowns. Ah, mosquito. Get out of here. The Vanner family has been wonderful about helping me with repairs as far as finding mechanics, funding repairs. I found the last breakdown, Brother Tom reached out to me. He did repairs, still doing a couple repairs in this van. So I've just been very lucky or blessed with whatever floats your boat. Yeah, it just happens. But even when I was working a job, my car would break down and I would catch the bus for a little while. That stuff's gonna happen unless you can get a new rig. That stuff's gonna happen. And sometimes you might have an actual accident, like I had the accident where the piece of metal flew off of a truck and I happened to run over it and busted my gas can. I mean, there's just things you can't, some things you can't overcome. Amy wants to know, have I considered portable solar? I have a small solar panel, and if you look on my videos, you will see the video for that one. But I will probably in the winter be getting one of the flexible solar panels that I can sit outside. I've talked about that in many, many, many videos. It's payday. You're welcome. I appreciate it, sweetie. You doing the work? What size shed home would you consider getting? I don't want a big, if I can live in this van, I don't need a huge shed home. I really don't. And I don't want a loft bed because the bones and the knees is getting too old to be climbing up and down a ladder. However, I would still put a loft bed because Juniper, my granddaughter, can sleep up there when she visits me. But I would definitely have like a futon type couch that I would sleep on downstairs. But I don't need a big house. I don't want a big home. I don't want anything more than maybe if I do a shed home, maybe 200, 250 square feet. That's it. That's good enough for me. Like I said, if I can live in something this size, I can live in a small shed home. No big deal. We're actually going to do portable solar when we get back to another van, mainly because my husband wants a small TV. Yeah, that makes sense. Nora says, you sure have come a long way from the SUV. Great job. Friends and followers, family, 14K, yeah. Hey, Charlotte, welcome to the family chat. Judith says, new or old, if it's man-made, it will break down. You are so right about that. JG says, made a good very point about nesting and changing your environment. I understand that completely. Pichon says, Jerry O'Hare, welcome to the Vanner family. Yes, welcome all Vanner family members. Welcome, welcome. Welcomes. All right, I'm going to jump off because Yes, the girl's tired. Even though I had a nap, I'm tired. I'm ready to lay down. I appreciate you guys so much for jumping on a what is today? Wednesday? Wait, is today Wednesday? Yeah, on a Wednesday night. We might do some camping on Friday night at a local little park here, so I'll definitely do some footage of that Friday. And what else we got going on? What's coming up here? Oh, the book club is coming up soon, so please go and read the Wishful Drinking book. It's free to listen to. I'm listening to it on YouTube. I just did the first chapter. I know I'm always behind on the books, but I just did the first chapter. I'll probably try and do another chapter this week or this weekend. And what else we got going on? Sign up for Patreon if you haven't done so. Join the Patreon family. It's like I said, I spent hours revamping it. There's a lot going on over there for your $1 a month. Some fun stuff going over there. Different tiers. You can sign up for more than $1 a month if you want, but $1 a month is the smallest tier. You can get some weekly extra content that you won't find anywhere else from me. And I love you guys, as always, so very much. Welcome to the family. Aunties, uncles, cousins, godmoms, godfathers, mamas, papas, sisters, and brothers. Welcome to the Vanner family. Thank you for being a part of the family. Hit that thumbs up real quick before you jump off, because you know how that goes. Oh, thank you for wishing me a good night, everybody. I hope you guys have a great night. Love you so much. Mwah. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.